the different applications that I have seen so far. So I'm going to show you some of the uses. First of all, look, if we look at how what is the content for most augmented reality apps, you will see that advertising, art, and navigation are the three top fields in which this is being used. Art is among those. And there are different ways in which it can be used. For instance, one is for city tours, showcasing the patrimony of any place. This, for instance, is an augmented reality tour offered in Valencia, showcasing the work of Jose Cortina. So you are in the city of Valencia, you want to tour through the different buildings that this famous architecture built, and you want to learn about those buildings. First of all, know how to find them, but also learn interactively about those different buildings, and that's something that you can do with an application like this one that was developed with a Layer. Layer is one of the tools that can be used to develop augmented reality layers, and it's also an augmented reality browser or a viewer. And so this is one of the uses, and it's more or less what I did with my student, a tour, basically. And this is another very cool concept, what is called situated documentary, with a clear impact for people in history, especially in local history. This concept was developed in University of Wisconsin in the campus in Madison. And let me show you, I will show you how they define situated documentary. Let me just show it to you.
A situated documentary allows learners to experience the recreation of a real-life event. Imagine the benefits of witnessing history unfold in the locations where it actually occurred. Technology can transport the learner to another place or time. Conversations can be simulated, and situated interaction can occur.
Things are really heating up on campus. I'm going to need your help to interview the chancellor and the protesters.
In this example, the learner is experiencing a historic protest on the UW-Madison campus and is being asked to help the local newspaper. Situated documentaries work in harmony with technology to interact with information and to experience the world in new ways.
So, the idea here is basically that you develop an app in which what you augment is the past. So that as the learner or the person touring the area, they run the application, they can access events that happened there at some point in the past. In Wisconsin-Madison, what they developed was an app about Dow Day in 1967. And they use images and video from archive that show users on campus how the events unfold by superimposing that information on the locations that they have in front of them. But then they also add some gaming components to that. You are supposed to be a reporter. You need to report on what happened there that day in 1967. You need to gather the information that you need to write your report. You will meet people on campus that are part of the game, and you will access all these historical layers of information and relating with this event. There is another video that I'm not going to show because I think we don't have all the time I like to have. So I will move faster now. This is another use of augmented reality for augmented reality books, like the one I was showing you before. This is an expo, I believe in Chile, and they are showing, in this case, an augmented reality book that allows the user to see the different animals and the different creatures that are in the book and play and interact with them. Obviously, for children literature, you can see the impact this can have in the way children interact with their story, with their dinosaurs, and so forth. And also in the sciences, it can be applied effectively, especially when you're explaining concepts for which the text and the bidimensional static images are not enough to illustrate what you want to say. You add three-dimensional text that you can interact with, explaining a physics concept. You can include an animation that will show you what are the effects of certain causes that you provoke, And I think this is also very promising in the field of science in general and textbooks in different scientific fields. ARIS is the platform that I have used. There are many tools that can be used to develop augmented reality apps, Layer, Wikitude, Junayo. Junayo is the one that allows you to do this kind of three-dimensional pop-ups. That looks like really advanced. It's very simple. You can do it. Anyone can develop that with the Meta.io creator. It's extremely simple to develop something like that. And Aris is probably the one that is easier to use. And it's the one I used with my students last semester.